some sick lines. Yeah, I got some sick rhymes. This game's too easy. We winning all the time. I wrote this song right here with Union County on my mind. You in Brave Nation once you pass them county lines. And if I'm in your county, then your county's mine. Corrupt Commonwealth. We give
Hello, Brave Nation. Welcome back to our football segment. Joined again with Union County head football coach Derek Johns. Football Braves are coming off a 33-7 loss to Trigg County Friday night in the rain and bad conditions. That game set the playoff seeding. Braves will be the 3 seed in the playoffs. We'll travel to Trigg County November the 8th. We'll recap that game at Trigg County. We'll talk about this week's game with Callaway County. We'll talk about our seniors. And we'll preview the first-round playoff matchup. Briefly preview the first-round playoff matchup with Trigg County. All in this segment. Coach Johns, tell us your thoughts on Friday night's game and how you think your team performed and how it went.
Nasty weather. Going into the game, I told the guys that we had to control the ball. First quarter, we had some pretty good drives going on, and we had some fumbles, bad snaps. I don't know if it was bad snaps or the quarterback lost it, but anytime I sweat like that, there's a chance for that to happen. We had those 2 early turnovers while we were having momentum moving the ball. And then, our defense still played good, 7-7 at halftime. I thought Trigg County did an outstanding job of, not turning over the ball. Spread offense, shotgun snaps. There's no turnovers for them. I feel like that, Trigg County played in my opinion, the best game I've seen all year from them in the nasty weather. I feel like our guys played hard for 3 quarters. In that 4th quarter, I think some of our guys may have shut down a little bit. The first half effort was good. 7-7 going into halftime. I felt like we had our chances to have the lead. But Trigg County, I thought played well, and us second half, not so much.
Well, and as you said, the second half was much different than the first half. I think anybody watching that game would have felt like we controlled the first half.
Right.
I felt like we controlled the first half.
We gave up that big play, and McGraw. I feel like as coaches, we made some changes this week that, we put McGraw in a bad situation. That kid was probably 6'4". And Ray McGraw, plays hard, but that's just not what he's good at. Is pass coverage for one of the guys as tall as the kid he's going against. And I told Braden, not his fault, that he gave a big play, because we're asking, one of our smaller guys to cover one of the taller guys with Trigg, and that's in my opinion, that was bad coaching on our part. So. We can't give up big plays like that. But yeah, you're right. I feel like that other than that big play, we need to control the first half. If we don't turn the ball over, I feel like we stopped ourselves there.
Well, and both fumbles on the quarterback center exchange came as you're driving the ball.
Yeah.
And it's bad conditions. The ball's wet. There's situations where the ball's laying out there for a long time, getting rained on.
Yeah.
So yes, the conditions didn't help that. And I think the second half. From an outsider looking in, a lot of that just became momentum.
Yeah. Once they got that 14-7 lead, then I felt like some of our guys panicked. We're still midway through the 3rd quarter. They had the ball coming in back from halftime. 3rd quarter, they had the ball. We had a nice stop. We had the ball again once we were driving, and then we had a stop. So we still had momentum throughout midway through the 3rd quarter, and then. Toward the end, when they went up 14-7, I feel like our guys stopped playing, and Trigg kept on playing. Give them credit because that 24th running back. Anytime a team stops playing, like a kid that plays hard, a hard-nosed kid will take advantage of that, and he did. He made a nice long touchdown run that broke a couple tackles that our guys just watch the film, it's on tackling and we didn't finish the tackle.
Well, the good thing is that's the regular season game. It did have a lot of bearing on playoff seeding and home field advantage, but it's a regular season game. It didn't mean anything to you guys. The game back there on November 8th will be the big game.
Right. Yeah. We just like you said, we wanted to have a home playoff game this year. We're able to do that. but give Trigg County credit. I feel like they were more prepared than we were. Watching film, and they played well.
This week we welcome Callaway County in. Callaway County is 1-8, if I believe, correct, with a win over Hopkins County Central, a district opponent for them. They're having a down year, a rebuilding year.
Yeah,
but still, it looks like a high-powered offense. They can put points up.
Yeah, Callaway County, they had a really good quarterback get hurt at the beginning of the year. They got him back for the Hopkins Central game. He's back these last 3-4 games. We 7-on-7 with them. They have some athletes. They have some kids that are, fast, number 1 and 5. Pretty explosive. The quarterback's pretty good. They had a big play in the first quarter against, second quarter against Massville. That Massville, we played those guys some speed and just a toss play, and their guys took it to the house. So they do have some athletes that can make plays, and with the quarterback getting back, he's a nice tall kid that can throw the ball well. I'm sure they would love to end the regular season on a win.
What can we expect to see from Callaway County offensively?
Spread. They want to throw the ball. They go trips 2x2. They will run some pistol, like power eye, offset eye. They will run some of that. But normally, they're a spread team that throw the ball.
And defensively, what do you expect to see?
Defensively, I think we'll see a 5-2, 5-3, 0 look, and then maybe when we go spread, I think we'll see still 0 look. So it'll be like a 4-man front with bring the safety up and almost like a monster, and 5-2. But majority, I think we'll see a 5-2, 5-3, 0 look.
But you do expect them to play cover 0 in the secondary.
Yep.
And that'll be a good preparation for Trigg County, because that's what we saw this week against Trigg County, where they went 0. Actually, your last 3 or 4 opponents have decided
load the box.
to load the box and to play 0 behind it and take their chances with us throwing it.
Yeah.
Which helps prepare you for that playoff
Right.
game. Tell us a little about each of your seniors.
Each of my seniors, there's 10 of them. We had 3 of them decided to come back, play football their senior year for the, with Matthias. He hadn't played since middle school. Aaron Michael Mackey. Mikey played last year and decided to come back. Those kids are, Matthias. Also Matthias, he a hard-nosed kid. Wish we'd had him for 4 years, but he brings great leadership to the team. He's does whatever you ask him. He plays hard and nice physical player. Aaron Mackey, he's been out a lot this year. He had some issues going on. He's still out right now, trying to get straightened out. But he's a kid that's fun to be around. Plays hard. Wish we'd have had him for 4 years. You'll be glad he came back his senior year. Micah, his twin brother. He's not a senior. He plays receiver in DB for us. Very likable kid. Does what you ask. Just a great teammate. Gabe Adams, we've had him for 4 years. Injury prone throughout, 4 years, but he's a kid that he's a tough nosed kid. He's in state. I think he's came in second place 2 years in a row at state. Maybe. I think he's probably gonna be a 4-year placer in state at wrestling. But football, he's a hard nosed player. Maybe we wish he was a little bit bigger, for football season, but because I feel like some injuries have happened to him, that maybe wouldn't have more weight on him. But he came in and stepped up, played quarterback for us this year. He's been a starting safety for us for the last couple of years. Noah Bradshaw, he's a team captain this year. He plays defensive end, offensive tackle for us. Had a great off season. He's another kid that he's a great teammate and does what he's asked. Think here. Oh, Bray McGraw. He's playing he's very dependable. He's out there every snap. He plays both sides of the ball. He's undersized. But he's a fullback for us. He's pretty shifty for a guy. You know, he's a player that sometimes makes a great read. You're like great run, and then sometimes you're Braden, he didn't make a right read. But the only thing about him is he plays hard. He's probably 5'6", 140 pounds, but he plays hard. Brent Collins, Brant, he's been around the program since he was probably first grade. He's a ball boy growing up through elementary, and then he's played middle school for us, and then he's been a 3-year starter for us. Plays hard. Another senior, Solomon Tehan. He's played quarterback for us, wide receiver, playing cornerback as well for us. Played well for us this year. He's been out there every snap on defense. He's probably our leading receiver, probably our best receiver right now. He's very his routes are clean. He's not explosive, but you count him to run clean routes. And he's played well for us at cornerback as well. Elijah Callaway, coming in, this year's first year starter. He played, key roles for us last year, but nice size to him. 190 pounds, 6 foot. He's played some running backs for us when Crinky went down, and he's played some receiver, and he's also played some DB for us. Stepped up, and surprisingly, he's played well on the other side of the ball. Last week he was out. Hopefully this week we'll get him back, but. He's a senior that has worked hard this past off season, and we got where he's at today. And then our last one, Johnny Fuqua. He's had a tough high school career as far as stuff's going on outside of football, and I'm glad that he stuck with football, because the situation he's had. It's very easy to just say, man, it's not worth it. But I feel like he's with what he's experienced, most kids, shouldn't have to experience what he experienced through high school. But I think he's made him stronger. And this week, man, he's been a great leader. He stepped up, and this week we've been really proud of Johnny. Because we've seen some stuff that we haven't seen in the past year. And he's going to play for a lot this weekend for someone special for him.
And that's a great summary, Coach, of Johnny and all your seniors. We're gonna take a short break, and we're going to come back with one of our football seniors. We've never had a kid on the show. We're going to invite our first kid on the show this week.
This is one of our seniors, Brent Collins. He's been around ever since he was probably first, second grade. He was a ball boy. Watching Brent grow through the program, it means something special, because he's seen it all. Brent, what do you think about playing for Union County?
It's been a blessing, to be honest. I love wearing number 21 with my brothers, actually. Just love playing my linebacker position. If coach needs me at fullback, I'll go to fullback. I mean, it's just been a blessing playing with my brothers and stuff. Playing for Coach Johns. I'm gonna miss it a lot.
Also, Brant, who else you playing for this Friday night?
Well, I had a newborn daughter just being born October 2nd. Weighed 7 pounds, 9 ounces. She was born early in the morning. So I'm gonna play for her and hopefully do good, which I probably will, to be honest. So.
I hope he's right, and I hope he finishes out his senior night well, and then get started the first round of playoffs.
Welcome back once again. We hope you enjoyed the segment with Brant. Brant's been around the program for a long time. His dad was a coach when Derek and I were coaching together still. So he's been around the program. It's special. It's special to Brant. He's not going to let you know that outwardly, but Brant really is proud to wear that uniform, and it's a special thing for him, and we're proud of him. Friday night, senior night activities will begin at 6:35 p.m. The game will start at 7. Hope to see everyone there early so we can honor our seniors and have a big crowd for them. And then next week, we'll be back next week, but next week we'll go to Trigg County for the first round playoff game and hope to revenge that loss that we just had last weekend. Again, thank you for joining us this week in Brave Nation. We hope to see you Friday night at 6:35. Welcome once again, Brave Nation. We're joined in this segment by Union County High School cross country head coach Dustin Alsbrooks. His team's coming off a regional tournament meet where he had 2 state qualifiers. They'll be heading up to Lexington on Friday to compete in the state cross country meet. Coach Alsbrooks?
Super excited about Saturday. We're going up there Friday to practice on the course because for Will Gentry, our 8th grader, it's going to be his first time ever running at the Kentucky Horse Park. And for Garrick, it's year number 2 in a row, so super excited about him. Excited for both boys. Will, in particular, he's the first 8th grader from Union County to qualify since 2012.
Awesome.
The last one being Chance Oxford. And out of 257 runners, only 23 were 8th graders, one of them being Will. So it's pretty good company to be in.
Obviously, Garrick had an outstanding year, which you kind of expected. Will really came on strong.
He did.
As the year progressed.
Yeah, he did. I mean, for Will, it was his first full season on varsity, so we were just hoping for him to continue to grow and have a good season to build off of. I mean, we were pleasantly surprised with how well he ended up growing this year. And regionals, he ran his best race of the season, and he really came on strong in terrible weather too, for that matter.
Bad conditions.
Yeah, absolutely awful conditions. I mean, we got rained on the entire time. Kid from Hop Central got hurt, and we actually had one of our girls get hurt during that meet as well.
And there were spots on the course where they ran through water. Just not good conditions at all.
No, but both our boys, they did really well. I mean, they just ran their race and just continued to pick people off as the race went. So.
And we did have some girls that ran in the regional meet and ran well and did great for us all year long. Just unfortunately didn't make the cut for the state tournament.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate, especially felt terrible having to pull Savannah off the course because she ended up hitting the hole and just twisted that knee. So very unfortunate having to pull her off because she had a really strong year.
Again, Will Gentry and Garrick Sheffer will run Saturday. The race will begin at 12:15 Eastern Time, 11:15 at the Kentucky Horse Park in Lexington, our time. If you can get up to Lexington and support those kids, let's do that. If not, share some well wishes with them if you see them. Congratulate them on their outstanding achievement so far this season, and we hope they do very well at the state cross country meet. It's been This Week in Brave Nation with Union County High School cross country head coach Dustin Alsbrooks.